Hey everybody, here in my fabulous studio. Today I just want to show you real quick in this video how I find city boondocking or parking in the city or overnight stay in a city. I get asked this several times and I usually just answer the question in the email or the comment, whichever one I receive. But I think I'm just going to make a real quick video about it because I was asked about it twice yesterday. Well, not so much true. One about 2 days ago, then I got an email yesterday asking me how I find my parking spots in the city. So I think just gonna make a quick video. I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm not saying it's the way you should do it. I'm just gonna show you how I do it, how I find my overnight stays, or I have stayed in the city 2 and 3 weeks. Just depends on what area I'm in and why I'm there. But anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around, get you set up. I'm gonna show you real quick how I find my parking spots. Okay, the first thing I like to do, I get my phone. When I come into a town, the first thing I actually do is I find a place just I can park just for about an hour or so, maybe 30 minutes, whatever. A Walmart or restaurant parking lot, anywhere work. But the first thing I do is I grab my phone and I go here to Google's map. I got a bad light glare, don't I? But I go right here to Google's map and I open it up and I'll make it let me zoom this out a little bit. Okay, I don't know how clear it's going to be. Can I turn it sideways? Would that help? No, that don't help. So we're going to do it like this. So I open up Google's map and I look at the general area. Boy, it's not very clear, is it? I'm trying, folks. Can I zoom it in? We're just going to have to work with it. But anyway, like I said, right now I'm at a park. If you'll notice right here, if you can read that. Hang on, let me switch lighting. This is such a bad glare here. Hang on just a second. Okay, we're going to try this. It's actually not the light above me. I thought it was. It's the AR or IR, however you say it, coming off the camera glaring on here. But what I do, I open up Google's map to the city that I'm in, and I just start looking around. Now, like right now, I'm at it wants me to improve the map. We ain't trying to do that. Right now I'm right here at a park. See that blue dot? So what I'll do, I'll zoom the map in and just start looking at the area around me. So can you see that blue dot? That blue dot, that's us right now. But where I spent the night last night was right here. I don't know if you can see it. I spent the night at Lowe's, and I was actually right in that corner right there. Now the way I found it, I already kind of knew about the Lowe's, but I came into town, and the first thing I did, I actually researched before I got here because I knew I was coming here. But this also work if you just happen to stop real quick, in a city or town. But I already had researched this because I knew I was coming here. But I found the shopping area, which you see there's a Target, Harbor Freight, Walmart and stuff. So what I do, I'll zoom that in and start looking at the parking lots. Just searching. I'm looking for a place I can park. Which everybody knows about Walmart, and a lot of people don't know about Lowe's. You can park at Lowe's too. And I chose it because see how large the parking lot is? But the reason I chose it, this particular, instead over Walmart or something, because I noticed this is on Google Map aerial view. Here's the Lowe's. I noticed everybody's parking here, like customers and whoever, but this lot here is empty. you notice there's nobody's parking here. And I don't know what day this picture was taken, but it was obviously a very busy day. Look how full that parking lot is. But again, I noticed this parking lot, you know, this part of it anyway is empty. So I picked it and I got right there in that corner. And then I got up, I woke up, well actually I did last night. I started searching the map, looking for a place I can go. Now this is all residential. So now you can, a lot of people park on residential streets. I don't. But you can. I just, you know, I just don't. You know, it's just my preference. But anyway, I was at the Lowe's. I researched a place for me to hang out today, which is right here at this park. And that's where I'm at right now. See the blue dot right there? So what I'm doing right now, I'm researching for a place to stay tonight. And I noticed, if you look right here, I noticed the town or the city is by a river. That'd be pretty cool to hang out by a river. Oh, well, you see where I'm at now. So I was looking, let's see if I can find it. It's hard to do looking through the camera. I noticed right in this area right here. I'm going to zoom it way in. Now I searched all this. You know, all this area through here. I zoomed it in, looked at all the streets, searched it, but I noticed this spot right here. Now in your big cities like this, you have that 2-hour parking, you know, no parking after 10 p.m., you know, all that stipulations. But I noticed this spot right here. And there's a parking lot right here. Kind of looks industrial. So I checked it out. Now the way I do that, I picked it out as a possibility. Now the way I check it out, I go up here to the settings on the maps and I open up down here to Street View. And again, forgive me, I'm trying to do this out looking. See how them blue lines popped up? So now we're going to go down here and check out that area that I was looking at. Okay, we're still looking at the map, but now we got this view right here. So we're wanting to check this out right here. So I'm going to turn the map around. This street we're looking at right there is this right here. So now I'm zooming in, you know, getting even a closer look. Without, you know, I don't have to drive over there. I can do it all by the map. So what I'm looking for now is any kind of parking restrictions. You have to forgive me, I'm trying to look through the camera and do this. I'm looking for parking signs. No parking, you know, restricted, private. And you notice, I'm not seeing anything, nothing that says any kind of restriction. And I know we can park there. See that little handicap symbol right there? Can you see how there's parking spaces marked out? So I know we can park there. And I'm seeing no kind of restrictions, no signs, no nothing that says no parking, no 2-hour parking or anything like that. So that's how I find my spots. Not sure what I mean by looking for signs. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, here's one right here. See this sign right here? Now what I do, I'm still on that street view. I look for signs, just like this sign right here. You zoom it in, and you can see right there, 2-hour parking between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. So that's how I do it. I look for stuff like that. But if we go back over here to that street I'm looking at, there's no signs. There's no time limit, no restrictions, no nothing. And again, you can see there's parking spaces marked out, so we can park there. And if you'll notice right back here, there's a boat. Oop. You notice right back here, there's a boat. So that means I'm right on the river. And I'm right downtown, so to speak. So let me close this picture out. I'm right downtown. right on the waterfront, so that's where all your little activities are, coffee shops, walking trails, parks, and all that. Even though I kind of parked over here in a little industrial area, I'm just a few minutes walk all, all the downtown here. So that's how I find my parking areas. It works for me. You may have to fine tune that a little bit to get it to work for you, but yeah, I mean, it's just super simple. Instead of just driving around in circles up and down streets and burning all kinds of gas and everything, just get Google's map out. Google's open the map, look around the town, the city there on the map, zoom in and out, look at parking lots or streets if you're wanting to do residential. My little setup here looks more like a construction truck, so to speak, and that's kind of the look I'm going for. So I get more around the industrial sides of town, or Lowe's or Home Depots. I fit right in places like that. This looks kind of like a little construction vehicle, and that's the look I'm going for, so it's working great. I shy away from parking in residential areas. You can do it as long as the parking on the streets is allowed. There's nothing wrong with it. Scotty Static Camper Van, he does it. Works great for him. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. Not that anything's wrong with it. It's just I feel weird parking in front of somebody's house or whatever it might be there, apartment building or whatever. I just feel kind of weird about it. If I lived in the area or if I knew some people in the area, it wouldn't be that bad. But being a stranger out in town, I don't know. I just try to put myself in their shoes. Look out the window and have this strange person hanging around in front of your house. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just my personal feelings. So I go more towards the residential areas. Industrial areas. And I try to pick out 3 or 4, at least 3. Normally Walmart will be one of them, Lowe's will be one of them if the town has that. And I try to pick 1 or 2 little spots like I just showed you. For 2 reasons. One, depending on how long I'm going to be staying, I don't just sit there and camp out, in the parking lot or on the same street. I can kind of move around and not be noticed as much. Depending on the size of the town, if it's a small town, people know everybody. They know Bob down the street, and they know Margaret that works at the deli. It's kind of hard to stay hidden like that. But in a big city or a big town, as long as you stay moving around, use a different spot every night, they won't even notice you're there. The police might notice because they kind of watch things more. But as far as the locals, they'll never even notice you're there. Because they'll see you parked on that street today, and then tomorrow they never see you there again. It's, Anywho, I'll pick out 2 or 3, try to get 4 or 5 if I can, depending on my length of stay of staying in that town, and I'll just each night park at a different spot. And I don't hang out there all day. Like now, like I stayed at Lowe's this night. I can't remember when I pulled in there. I'm wanting to say it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But I just eased in there. I didn't hang out outside. I wasn't climbing around on my rig or have the hood up, beating the bang on it. And I just backed in and got myself set up kind of level. Found one of them spots that's kind of level. And that's another thing about parking lots. They're not always going to be level because they're designed to drain water off. They have them slopes for a reason. So you may, if you're able to, you may have to move around a couple spots and get the most level one. So I always try to make sure my head on my bed is up just a little bit. The rest of it can be off. But anywho, I stayed there last night. I got up I woke up at 5 this morning, but I made my breakfast and coffee and everything. Got woke up, and about 6:30 I left. I didn't hang out there all day and just, be a bum in their parking lot. I left, and I found me 1 or 2 spots to hang out during the day, like city parks or city fronts, by a river or whatever it might offer. And that's where I kind of hang out during the day if I'm not doing anything. And then come later in the night or late afternoon, I go to my sleeping spots. So that's just kind of what I do. I hope that gives you an idea. Again, what I do may not work for you. You need to kind of fine tune it to make it work the way you want to work. I'm just showing you how, what I do and how I do it. So far, it's always worked for me. It's all based on the town you're going in. Now, if you're going in a little country town, population 200 people, where all they got's a gas station and a post office, so yeah, that's going to be kind of hard. It's not going to work. This is more based towards bigger cities or large metropolis areas. The bigger the city, the easier it is. To say, I don't know, just for example, to say San Diego or Chicago or something like that. The bigger the city, super easy. I mean, within an hour, you can find 10 spots, and that's after you get the hang of doing this. After you do this 3 or 4 times and find out what works and what don't, what kind of look for, it won't take you 30 minutes. And especially if you know where you're going ahead of time. Like 3 or 4 days ago, I knew I was coming to this town, so I already had everything picked out. I done researched the map, scanned almost the whole town, and I actually got about 10 spots picked out in this town. So, because I'm planning on being here, I don't know, about a week, 4 or 5 days, something like that. So yeah, I hope this helps. I know it's not the most educational, and I didn't have pie graphs and big charts and computer digital shows, and I'm just showing you a super simple way how to get on your phone, push a few buttons, boom, you got a place to spend the night. That's just how I do it. Anyhow, appreciate you watching, and if you get a chance, maybe subscribe and hit the like button. That really helps. I'm trying to get this channel to grow a little bit. I've had this channel for a couple years, and I've just been a hobby. I haven't put a whole lot of effort into it, but now I think I'm going to try to see if I can make something out of it. But anywho, if you get a chance, if you want, hit the like button. Maybe leave a comment. That really helps the video get put up in the algorithm. And if not, it's no big deal. I ain't gonna get mad and hunt you down and throw toilet paper at your house. No big deal. Anyhow, appreciate you stopping by and watching. Say hello to all my friends. And yeah, till I see you next time. God bless you.